Hello, welcome to Tabletop CP. Tonight we'll be continuing on with the Scottish Quarter campaign. This will be Battle 4, Return to Valtru.
He was a famous trumpet man from out Chicago way. He had a boogie style that no one else could play. He was a top man at his craft. But then his number came up and he was gone with the draft. He's in the army now, a blowing reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him go.
So before we begin the briefing for tonight's battle, I'd just like to mention again the Tabletop CP Facebook group. If you're not part of that and you're interested in seeing what's going on behind the scenes here, what we're working on, what we're planning, and also a lot of cool project updates from just other members, then come check that out. I'd also like to mention real quick that we now have a Patreon page for Tabletop CP. It's just to help us speed up our upgrade that we're going through now. I want to get some new terrain, city terrain specifically, and play a lot on these rural fields. But also things like lighting and stuff like that, just costs that we're incurring to build the channel up. And I think it'll just help maybe speed it up if it works out. So it's not something I'm going to push a lot. I'm going to mention it this time at the beginning. From now on I'll mention it at the end. But anyway, I just wanted to bring that up. I'll put the link down in the description. So if you're interested in helping out the channel, then that would be awesome. But obviously no pressure. We're not going anywhere. We're still going to be making videos, whether the Patreon does anything or not. So, but anyway, we'll go ahead and do the briefing for tonight. So to start the briefing off, I'm just going to do a recap of the last battle. So if you watched the last battle, you know the British won, and we made a major error, rules error, when Andre moved his jump off point. He moved it illegally. You're technically supposed to keep the jump off point 6 inches behind your own man, I believe even in cover. But what wound up happening was Andre moved it basically right next to my guys in a building, and then he just deployed all his men around it right in my face. So technically that should not have happened, but it did, and it is what it is. So to make up for that, we're going to say the British still won, but we're going to let the Germans maintain the initiative. So now we move back to the western side of the salient in KG Weidinger again, and we're going back into the village of Valtru. So I believe it was battle 2 we fought on this map, and in that one all the fighting basically happened in this area. I had a bunch of guys set up in the woods here, and I kept assaulting this hedge, and 2 times in a row exactly the same thing happened. Andre got a double phase and annihilated the attack. So obviously I won't be doing it again that way this time. But so this is going to be using scenario 1 from the book, the patrol. But we're going to be starting on our short table edges instead. Andre will be on this side, I'll be on that side. The mission, or the objective of this mission, is to drive your opponent off the board by dropping his force morale to 0 or having him leave voluntarily. And also keeping your own force morale at 3 or greater. The lieutenant in this one is going to be Lieutenant Valtru, 2nd Platoon of KG Weidinger. He hasn't fought a battle yet, so he's fresh. His men have no opinion. The German CO's opinions at -1, and the British, their men's opinions at 0, and their CO's opinions at +2. So no one's going to be suffering any effects or getting any benefit for any of the men or CO's opinion related changes. Yeah, so this is actually 11 o'clock on 6/28/44, and starting at noon, the next battle, Andre will be able to play his wild card, which is Skirl the Pipes. And we'll get into that when the time comes, but it's basically a big British counterattack. So terrain-wise, everything on the board, all the buildings are hard cover. The walls are hard cover. The orchards, which are here and over there, are orchards, so 6-inch visibility, soft cover. The hedges are, you got 2-inch, you got to be within 2 inches to see through them or be seen through them. The river is nothing, it's just for looks. And the fields, the wheat fields, are going to be soft cover if you're stationary in them. One small change to the map, this building here is different. I just been working on this, painting this one up. We had a smaller building there the last time, but in the description it says all the buildings should be 2-story. So I just got that building, and we're going to use it, we're going to put it in here tonight. So that's actually a big difference for Andre on this side, because last time the building was a 1-story building and you couldn't see, but now it makes a very good machine gun position should you be able to get some troops in there. So anyway, that's it. Quick briefing, and we'll go ahead and go over the forces. So here we have Valtru Roth's platoon. Standard SS setup for this campaign. So we got Valtru Roth himself, submachine gun. Got 3 squads, submachine gun sergeant. 2 machine gun teams with 1 extra man and the 3-man crew. So we got 3 of those, and also 3 Panzerfaust 30s to spread. And now we'll go check out the British platoon. Here we have the British platoon, same thing. Senior leader with pistol, senior leader with submachine gun, 3 squads, corporal, squad leader with a Bren, or I'm not Bren, a Sten. A Bren team, 3 men and a 6-man rifle. You got a Piat team and a 2-inch mortar. So in this one, the Germans are going to be getting 16 support points, and the British are getting 14. They had 16 in the first playthrough, but it says every subsequent playthrough of this one they drop by 2, so they'll be at 14, and the Germans will be at 16. So that is it for the briefing. Now we'll go ahead and do the patrol phase. Patrol phase complete. So the way it ended up, I got one in the house there. I got one behind the house, and then I got one inside this house, and then Andre's got one over here in the bad area from last game, the hell area, and then he's got another one back there, so he got 2 right there, and then he's got another one over here behind that tree. So
basically I just got a lot farther up because you didn't get the free 4 moves this time.
I don't think I got free 4 moves last time either. That was a different one, different map. They're all blending together, but
I'm pretty sure you got some free moves on
no,
no,
because we're playing the same exact scenario that we did on this map last time.
Well, you kept me from getting.
Well, because last time you wanted.
I wanted one. Well, that one was back here.
Yeah, because you wanted to have your 6-pounder back there.
And I guess I did have the one on the corner there, and then that one was back here.
Yeah, I think you had 2 back here, and you had 1 up here.
Yeah.
By choice, though. So anyway, force morale. I got an 8, which sucks. Horrible roll there. That just makes you that much closer to losing right off the bat. And then Andre got a 9. So force morale, we're going to pick our force morale now. I mean, not force morale, force support. I got 16, Andre's got 14, and then we'll go over our plan, and then we'll get started. So the German plan. So I got 16 support points. I'm going to bring a Flam Panzer for 7, an extra squad for 5. And I'm going to bring a senior leader and a medic. Flam Panzer, I'm going to wait until, I'm not going to bring him on early. I'm going to wait and see how it develops. And whichever side he's going on is the side I'm going to send the Flam Panzer on. He's got a lot of support points, so I'm not sure. I'm sure he'll probably bring some armor. And my only AT is the Panzerfaust. Well, that's not true. The Flam Panzer is actually probably one of the better anti-tank weapons in the game. So I can deal with his tank with that if need be. So I got this building here. I'm actually going to be able to get squads into each of these buildings. And I get a squad in here to look out that window and cover this side. So one squad will go in here to cover this flank. I have a feeling he's probably going to try to swing around this way, especially since I don't have a jump off point over here in the orchard like I did last time. And he's got 2 over here, so I'm anticipating a swing around this direction. But as long as I have a squad in here, that should slow him down a little bit. Then I'll get a squad or 2, possibly 2, at least 1 is going to be up in these buildings covering all this area. And that means I'll have 2 squads left. I might kind of wait to see how things develop before I put them on the board. I'm going to try to play a little bit more defensively this time. Even though I'm the attacker in this campaign, this scenario itself is actually, we're both equal. We're both trying to drive the other person off. So I don't necessarily need to rush in like I did last time. I can sit back a little bit and let him to try to do something. Well, of course, he might do the same thing. We might just sit here all game, but someone's going to have to make a move, and hopefully he'll make a move first, and I can react to him and bring my Flam Panzer into that side. and some extra squads. So basically occupy these 2 buildings, covering everything down this way. Buy some time for the Flampanzer, and then just kind of wait around for my last 2 squads as long as I can. Hopefully he doesn't bring the pregame barrage, but I have a feeling he might, just to slow me down a little bit, but who knows. He might be bringing all armor. He can bring a lot of armor with that, so hopefully not too much, but we'll see. But that's my plan. Occupy the 2 buildings and hold the Flampanzer off and wait for him to bring him in until it's just the right time. So, and hopefully drop his force morale. Flampanzer's good, but if he's got a bunch of squads all together, it's not as good because they share all the hits, so it doesn't do as much damage. But if he somehow gets a squad just stranded out on its own, I can bring in the Flampanzer in and take it out. I will, because I need to start dropping this force morale, and me starting at 8, that's not good. That's probably one of the worst things that could have happened to me at the beginning, is rolling so low on my force morale roll. But anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna have to just be extra careful now due to that. So play it safe, sit back, play a little defensive, and that's my plan. So I'll let Andre go over his.
The British. So we were looking at the map, and I really wasn't sure what to take for support. So I was kind of waiting to see how the jump off points deployed. I really should have gone for this building here, and I probably could have taken it if I'd have realized earlier that that's where I really wanted to be. But I wound up with that building over there. Given that, I wanted to take the pre-bombardment and try and do a bum rush on Travis, just because I really like doing that. But I just didn't have the positioning for it. So I wound up going a little more defensive. So I've got the 6-pounder that will probably wind up deploying in that area somewhere. I've got an entrenchment for it, so I've got it in hard cover. I just need to stick it close enough to the building so that I can share shock, and that should effectively neutralize his heavy cover over here in that building. If I can work it out right, if I'm able to place it far enough over in that orchard, I could actually have a shot where I can hit the building, but he won't be able to fire back at me. So that's the 6-pounder. Probably going to be deploying my 2-inch mortars back here. I've got 2 of them, and I'll be using those to drop smoke and obscure his lines of sight, hopefully. With any luck, I'll be making him burn some of his dice just to end the turn and clear smoke. I've also got a Sherman, which I'll probably bring in a lot earlier. Excuse me. Pardon me, getting over a cold. Which I'll be bringing in a little earlier just to have some support. Probably gonna have to play this one a little bit like the last one and kind of see where Travis is going. I'm guessing we might wind up doing a lot of our action over in that rear orchard, kind of like we did last time. We'll see. So I don't have a great offensive plan. It's more of a kind of a defensive attrition, try and pick on some of his units as he deploys them with the heavy HE, and do some casualties that way without taking too many on my side, and we'll see what opens up.
First phase to the British.
It's a double phase.
You can bring in a bunch of stuff.
Wow.
Alright.
Should have gone with plan A. Oops.
Alright, so Andre brought he got an extra 2-inch mortar, so we got 2 2-inch mortars there off that jump off point. He brought a squad into the bottom floor of that building, and he used their line of sight to call in some smoke. They both drifted. One went 6 inches long, the other went 6 inches right, and they both wound up there. I'll move on to phase 2. Not another double phase. And no chain of command points in 2 phases. Alright, so Andre brought a section in over here. Also brought in a Sherman on Overwatch right down the road. So that's 8 of his support points, the Sherman and the 2-inch mortar. So he's got 7 left. Or 6, something like that. Anyway, German phase. I can't do math. Wow, 3 chain of command points.
Because you really need them.
Do you have a pregame barrage?
Are you going to try and bring something in?
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Okay, good. Yes, I am going to bring something in. So
At this point, I actually wish I did, but if I'd known I was going to start with the double phase, I would have.
I kind of thought you would. What is it, like
3 points?
3 points, yeah. That's not bad. But anyway, so a 2 and a 4 for myself. Brought in one of my support units, extra squad. So I got one in this window here, one looking out this way. I had to bring my senior leader in to put on Overwatch because I only rolled a 2, so they couldn't do that themselves. But they have no line of sight to these guys because of this is all portrait here, so can't see them. So we'll go on to the British phase. Double phase. You know, a lot of 4s. Okay, that's not bad. That's a good roll. So Andrew brought his platoon sergeant in. He ordered the 2-inch mortars to fire smoke. So they're getting a pretty good smoke screen over there. And he's moved his Sherman 11 inches up the road. And that's all he's going to do. So German phase. Hey, 3 more chain of command points. Wow.
You've only got 1 die.
Hey, I got a full chain of command dice already.
Yeah, I haven't got a point yet.
And if I can start racking them up, that could come in handy. So a 1 and a 3 left. The Germans are just going to stand fast. And we're going to let the British take their next turn for a phase. Man, you're getting no 5s. No 5s tonight. But you're getting a hell of a lot of 3s and 4s, and I mean, great rolls.
Yeah. Great rolls for the strategy I didn't choose.
Plan A. Andre moved the Sherman up, another 11, and then he dropped 2 more smoke, and they were scattered again, so now we're getting quite the cloud there. So German phase.
Hey, the Germans get to do something.
Yeah, no chain of command points. Damn it.
Oh, darn.
So I brought a squad in there behind the smoke cloud, but they are there and they're on Overwatch. And then I brought my medic in right there. He's just kind of waiting to see where he's needed. So what is the British phase? Man, it's like you're getting the exact same roll every time. Still no chain of command dice.
Yep.
More smoke. Yeah, so we got another one. He landed one here finally. He's been trying to land one there since the beginning. The other one drifted. That squad came out of the building 6 inches. Sherman made a hard right turn. Now he's heading over there. And the senior leader moved up to there. And that's all he's going to do. So German phase. Come on, double phase.
No, thank you.
Oh man, too bad you couldn't use a chain of command dice to get a double phase. That'd be the shit. Oh, yes. Say goodbye to that squad.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, and another chain of command point. And a 3 and a 1.
Yep.
Alright, so I had brought my flam panzer in a little earlier than I wanted, but if I get the right rolls, I could possibly do some damage here. So I'm going to end the turn and clear the smoke. And I'm going to just roll again.
And roll all 5s and 1 6.
I need a 3. A couple 3s.
4 5s and a 6.
Couple 3s. And that counts as another dice. So I'm back up to 2 already. And then 2 2s and 2 3s. Alright, so I got what I needed. So I'm going to flame that squad first to see what happens before I decide what I'm going to do next. So hitting on 4s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hits. So in the open, let's roll them right in here.
Roll them in the open.
Yep. So you got 3 dead and 4 shock. Because it doubles shock.
Yep.
And then check your leader. No, oh, you got lucky. So 3 dead and 4 shock, but that's still pretty good. So now I got, I'm gonna have to do some shooting. So the squad in the building, I'm just gonna fire on them, and they are within close range.
So is that 2 shock on each unit?
Oh, that's right. Just put 2 on each. we forgot to split them. So I'll fire the 2 MG42s out of the windows into that squad now, needing 4s. That was that. So 2, 4, 6, 8 hits in the open. Split them up this time.
Okay, Bren.
So 3 shock. And a dead and a shock on the rifles. Check your leader. No. So it was 3 shock on the Bren and a dead and a shock on the rifles. Yeah, so I have to do it. I got to bring another squad in, see if I can finish that squad off. So these guys on the guys in this window are long range. The guys in this window are not. So long range, 2 hits, and then short range, 3 hits. So 5 total. Split them up.
How do you want them?
Oh, that's right. Do you have anyone left in the Bren, or? Well, I hit the Bren team with 3. I got 1 guy left. So a shock.
Oh, actually I only lost 1 guy out of the Bren team, didn't I?
I don't know. Oh yeah, you got 3 guys in the Bren team. So the rifle's been taken all.
Yeah, the rifle team took it all.
All right. Then put those on the rifles then. A dead and a shock. All right, so I think I broke them. So check your leader. No. All right, we'll sort it out. All right, so that team, well, he lost the rifle team. The Bren team's left. They all broke. And between the team wiped out and the team breaking, he lost 2 on his force morale, so he's down to 7. And that's it. I'm not going to do anything with my last 3 and 2, so back to the British. Whoa.
Don't see that very often.
Turn in.
Okay, at least we ended the turn.
Why couldn't you have done that earlier, and then I could have saved my dice?
So on 3, doesn't something special
No,
happen?
that's 4. You have to get 4 dice for that. That just ends
Oh,
the
that's
turn.
it. Okay, that is the special thing, is the turn ends.
And you get a double phase and
A 4 and a 2.
Yeah. And so Andre, that squad that was in the orchard, ran around. They're coming back this side. His leader tried to make it over there to attach to them, I guess, to take shock off. And then he dropped some more smoke and blocked my line of sight. So now back to the next phase. You still have not rolled a single chain of command point yet.
I have not.
And
But I got a pile of 1s.
yeah, you got. Well, it's not bad. You can do a lot of stuff with those. So yeah, all Andre could do is pull his men or his leader out of the road and get him over there, and it took 3 of his 4 dice that he had to make a 4 to do that, and that was it. That was all he did. So the double phase. Yeah, I got lucky. He didn't really do much with it. So
Didn't do much is kind of
I guess a nice way to put it.
Last game I did less with the double phase, but
Yeah, but you didn't bring anyone on until the very end. Not a double phase, but another chain of command point. And then 1, 1, 3, 4. So with the 4, the senior leader in the building put these guys back on Overwatch. The 3, I brought my last squad in, right there. And I'm just gonna, that's it. That's all I'm gonna do. So back to the British.
hey!
Hey, a couple chain of command
Woohoo!
dice points.
Look at me go.
Sweet. A 1, 4, and a 2. So on top of the 2 chain of command dice, Andre took some shock off of that squad that's pinned back there and broken, and then he moved his Sherman around the edge. So now back to the Germans. Come on, 666. 3 more. Hey, I got another chain of command dice, Andre.
I'm proud of you.
And a 1 and a 4. Well, I guess I might as well bring my senior leader in just to have everyone on the board. So I just brought in Lieutenant Roth right there. So he's covering this side, and the platoon sergeant's covering that side, and that's all I'm going to do. Now it is British phase.
Woohoo! I got half a die.
I already got 2 full ones. And hey, look at that, German roll, multiple 4s. But you still got stuff off the board, so we'll see what he does. Alright, so he moved his Sherman up. His choices were 1d6 and fire a weapon, or 2d6 and fire half a machine gun. He chose 2d6 and rolled 2 1s. And he fires a machine gun at the guys in the building with 1 hit, so nothing. And then he also took the last of the shock off that squad there. So they're still pinned and broken, but at least they don't have any shock. So if the turn ends, they'll be back in the fight. Is that it, or?
Yeah, that'll do it.
All right, so back to the Germans. 3s. Hey, double phase.
How awesome is that?
Well, not. I don't think I can do anything with it. It's the thing. All right, so I wound up with another chain of command dice and then 2 3s. So I brought the guys from this building out. They're coming out the front door there. I got to the road, put the tank on Overwatch, and next phase. Damn.
No double phase?
Well, I wanted more 5s or 6. So yeah, well, that's a lot of stuff, but I'm not really doing a whole lot, so let me think about it. So those guys out the building just scoot back a little bit, and then the commander, platoon sergeant ordered that squad that was in that window facing that direction to pull back from the window. So now I can't be seen by the Sherman. And these guys rolled snake eyes on their 2d6 move, so they didn't move very far. So that's it. So back to the British.
Woohoo!
Hey, you're almost to a full one.
Almost.
And then
Oh, that was just one?
yeah.
Did I put...
And he did roll 2 5s, so he's at 5 chain of command points. And then he wound up with we had a 6 in there too.
No. The 5 was the 6. I bumped it when I moved the 5, I think.
All right, he had 2 5s, a 6, and 2 4s. That was, yeah. I don't know if we've ever had to go back twice in the camera on the same phase to see what he rolled. I've only had 1 beer. So anyway, he wound up with 2 4s. Andre's not doing anything. Now it's my turn. So it's 6. So that's a chain of command dice for me, and then 3 3 2 1. All right, so I just moved these guys up. Now they move 4. So they're not liking the idea of getting sent around here on their own, which probably is. They're probably right. I probably shouldn't be doing that.
Hey!
A chain of command dice.
Yay.
And 2 3s and a 2. So all Andre did was move his tank up 2 inches on 2d6 again. So that Sherman crew is. They're not liking driving into that orchard with no infantry support. So back to the Germans. 5, all right. A couple 4s and a couple 2s. The squad made 11, so they're a little bit more motivated now that they're in the orchard and get a little cover. And then that squad just kind of moved up 4 inches up towards the edge of that wall there. So back to the British. Another 5. Okay, now you're getting somewhere.
No, I got total crap.
So Andre, he just reversed his Sherman 6 inches. I guess all the Panzerfaust, or the 2 Panzerfaust over here, are making him rethink. Now there's a German. Roll 3 4s and 2 3s. All right, all I'm going to do is just move these guys up to the wall. Stay out of range. At first I'd come out here, but then I forgot he had a squad. He could have deployed and fired on me. So I'm just going to move up there and stay hidden. So back to the British. 1 2 3 4. Alright, so Andre tried to drop a smoke here. He drifted this way. He moved his Sherman back around. Now he's headed this direction. And then he moved that 2-inch mortar team out into the road to get line of sight on something. And that's it.
That's my story. I'm sticking to it.
Back to the Germans. Wow, that's a lot of 3s. 4 3s and a 1. So I moved my tank up. 3d6, he got a 9, so he moved up to there. That squad run around the edge, and this squad that was in the window now are back in the window, and that's it. That's all I'm going to do. Yeah, back to the British.
Double phase!
No. That's not good.
Okay, and we got a point and a 2 and a 3, which is not
Ideal.
optimal, but
It's not bad. Could have been 2 1s.
will probably work.
Alright, so Andre brought his 6-pounder in, which I forgot all about, and I had to use my command dice to get out of the way, unfortunately. But I did get out of the way. So He went on Overwatch, and then he moved that squad just up a few inches.
Actually, could you? So, yeah, you can't interrupt before I fire because they didn't actually move in. So, would I get to fire before you move back though, or you
No.
can interrupt me firing?
It's an interrupt, yeah. You can
Okay.
do it whenever you want.
All right, next roll.
Oh, yeah. I mean, if that was the case, I just would wait to see if you hit and then interrupt. Or why you can interrupt if you miss.
This is true.
Another
Double phase.
All right, well, you can do something.
And 2 more. And a 3.
As his tank moved up 3d6.
Yep.
Got you there. I was going to say, not another, well, we don't allow 3 double phases in a row.
We don't.
So 1 and 2 2s. All right, so all Andre's doing, he moved his tank up, took out that hedge, he's heading this direction. So let's go right into the German phase. A couple more 5s, that's always handy. Oh, and a 6. Sweet, I love that rule. And a 1 and a 4. Man, I can't do a whole lot with that, can I? I can't move my tank. I just put those guys on Overwatch. Oh, and I put the guys in that window back on Overwatch after they moved up. So that's all I'm doing. Just biding my time. Another double phase. Good lord.
We'll take it. Shit. 2 4s and a 2.
You can't move the tank. I couldn't move my tank last time either.
Yeah, but
You needed
you
to move
didn't
it
have
twice.
a double phase.
Yeah, that's true. I've gotten one, I think. Wasn't very memorable, obviously. Well, Andre's not doing anything. He didn't get the 3 you wanted, so
Now I get
now you
plenty
got
of
a bunch
3s.
All right, so Andre, he just moved his Sherman up. That's all he did. Back to the Germans. All right. I got another chain of command dice, so that'll come in handy. Start him another one, and then 2 2s and a 1. All right, so I moved my tank up, and then my squad here just moved back from the wall a little bit. Well, more than I wanted, but they're still within range of the wall in case that Panzer, or in case that Sherman comes crashing through. So British phase.
Woohoo!
Another double phase. Oh man, it is.
It is.
What the hell, man? Enough with those.
And a 1.
Oh, you didn't get the 3 again. And a 1. And another chain of command point.
2.
2 chain of command points. Right, he's not gonna do nothing with the 1. Another double phase. And a 4.
Woohoo!
Maybe these double phases aren't helping you as much as they normally do.
Maybe.
Well, you're not getting any dice, but you're getting a whole lot of chain of command dice all of a sudden.
I am, which is a happy thing, but I still need
Move your jump off point. You could.
I've been thinking about it.
This time we'll do it right. We won't mess it up this time. Right, well, Andre's doing nothing with his double phase, except for collecting chain of command points. Well, I got some 3s. Now my 5s are dried up. Alright, well, I got a bunch of crap here. Or not crap, it's actually decent. If I had anything to do besides sit on Overwatch. But, alright, I'll figure out something. I just moved my tank up to the wall there. I'm out of line of sight of the 6-pounder by the barn. And, and I put those guys on Overwatch, that squad there. So back to the British. No, what's that? You roll a double phase almost every single time.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I thought it was a good strategy.
Well, it is normally, but it seems to be now all it's doing is stopping you from doing anything.
Yeah, but I actually
You got a 4 and a 3.
some dice. Dice, baby.
Man, what is that, like at least 5 double phases? A bunch. And then, yeah, it's a bunch. So Andre moved his tank around back this way, and then he dropped 2 smokes right here, and now another phase, so. I think you've had at least twice as many phases as I have in this game.
Not twice as many phases, but a lot of double.
Another double phase. What the hell?
Wow. And a lot of 3s and a 4.
Andre moved this tank up, and he brought that squad in. He's gonna Roll again. Not another double phase, luckily.
Actually, not crap.
Couple fives.
Another
You got three
chain
chain
of
command dice. Man, you went from not having any to having three pretty damn quick. So Andre, he just went on Overwatch with the tank. We've been talking about it. He's not going to be able to do what he wanted to do. He screwed up by not rolling 3 dice at some point earlier. I don't know exactly what phase it was.
Beginning of the double phases.
Which one? You've had about 4 double phases in the past 3 phases. I need one.
And I still couldn't do anything.
I did get a 6. Alright, cool. I can do some stuff with that. So this senior leader over here, these guys, he ordered them to move up tactically, and then he ordered them out of the building, and he's going to stay with them. And then over here, I backed my tank up 10 inches. I contemplated going through the wall, but I know with my luck I get stuck. So if you roll 2d6, you roll a double, you get stuck. And I didn't want that. So these guys are just going to stay here and threaten Andre's Sherman with the Panzerfaust. And that's it. Go into the next double phase for the British.
Double phase.
Another, so many of those. And then 2 4s and 1 and a 3. So Andre's senior leader ordered smoke from one of the 2-inch mortars, and then other 2-inch mortar fired on its own with a 1, and they landed here. And then he ordered this squad to run, and they did, and he removed one of the shocks from that run. And it was the tank.
Tank backed up 4 inches.
This turn, yeah, okay. And the tank backed up. And I think that's it. So,
yep.
Yeah, German phase. Man, I got a 3. Alright then. So I moved that squad up to the wall again. Flampanzer came around just the edge of the orchard, and he's looking that way. And then I moved my medic, he's coming around. And then this squad moved up tactically 1 inch. And then these guys got all the way up to the wall there. And now back to the British. Here we go. Double phase. No double phase. It's got a shitload of chain of command dice though. Man.
They are piling up. Hey, a 3 and a 1.
Andre just moved his tank backwards and only got 3. So.
Oh, hey, don't forget my smoke hit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he did drop another smoke, so
I finally got the smoke where I wanted it.
He's blocked that area off now, finally. No double phase, but another chain of command point, which I'm way behind all of a sudden. Oh wait, 2, because I got a 6. If I've been forgetting that, I don't know. But 2 1s and a 3. My tank moved up 3 inches, stalking through the woods there. And then with the 2, this squad just leapt the wall. So back to the Brits. Hey, I heard double phase. What do you know?
Isn't that amazing? Hey, I can't move my tank again.
Awesome. That squad ran, and then he took 2 shock off, all from the senior leader. And then over here, he just rearranged this squad a little bit along the hedge and got the Bren out front here. And we'll go back to the British phase. Hey, 2 more chain. He got 4 chain of command dice, Andre. That's got to be some kind of record.
It's a pile.
And then 2 4s and a 1. So Andre brought his lieutenant in over here. Put these guys back on Overwatch. This senior leader moved them and took a shock off. They only wound up there. And then the mortar hauled ass all the way up almost to the barn. Back to the Germans. I'm never going to get a double phase. I'm not ever going to get a double phase. I think I've gotten 1. At least 1, maybe 2.
You could make 2 6s out of that.
Yeah, okay. So it's 6, and a 6. No.
And you got a 3 left.
Sweet. So 2 3s, I moved the tank up. He's creeping. He made it to there, and that squad moved up. They just hugging the wall. And then over here, these guys moved up, all by the senior leader, and then they moved up, staying 2 inches from the hedge, so they wouldn't get blasted by these guys here. And now it's time for the next British double phase.
Here it comes.
3 more 5s.
Nah, just 2.
Oh, a 4, I'm sorry. No, 4 and a 3. Alright, so the senior leader, he moved up closer to the 6-pounder, so we get within range of those 2 2-inch mortars, and they both moved up. With the 3, the squad itself moved this way across the road. And back to the Germans. No. I did get 3 chain of command points though. So
awesome.
I'm up to almost half of what you have. I was thinking, Andre, you got 24. You got over what? You got 4 full ones.
Yep.
So that's almost 5 phases worth of 6s that you rolled. 5s. Not to mention all the double phases that you've gotten. So I mean, it's almost like half of your dice in this game have been 5s or 6s.
I've been getting a lot.
Well, I wound up with a 1 and a 4. Alright, so my senior leader here, he just ordered these guys up to the wall and then put them on Overwatch, and then my medic with the 1 just is run down the street. He's not afraid. He knows that these British follow the Geneva Convention.
Ooh.
Another double phase.
I thought I saw it there for a second.
It was teetering. So 1, 2, and a 4. So the senior leader moved everyone across the road. So it's like deja vu. Like, didn't you have the same setup the first time we played this? I kept charging the hedge over and over again. But then he moved his tank, did 90 and drove up and turned his turret back over this direction. All right. Give me some of that Andre double phase. Man, I can't roll a double phase to save my life, man.
But you can move everything.
Yeah, yes. I'm fine with that. So I moved those guys up just the edge of the wall there, not going around the corner. And then the tank moved up. Then over here, the senior leader moved them up, and he brought the medic over to himself, and then just put them on Overwatch because he had nothing else to do. So back to the double phaser.
It's been a while.
It has. It's been a long while. Kind of been about 5 or 6 phases since you got one. So what'd you wind up with? 2 4s and a 1 and a 2. So the tank turned again, keeping the turret that way. These guys tried to make it around and get into the building, couldn't make it. And at this point, it's like I could end the turn, but there's so many freaking chain of command dice out there that no one's ever going to get to do anything without getting interrupted. So they'll just run into the building. So I'm not going to do that. I'll just go straight into my phase.
Well, you can't end the turn on somebody else's.
No, I mean, I would have to do it.
Yeah, indeed.
If I got a double phase, which I didn't.
Which,
That blows, so...
you need more 6s for a double phase.
Yes, that's for sure. Alright, well that's pretty good. So I did everything on this side. Lieutenant Roth finally got off his ass and he's going to try to get in the war. So he's running his ass over here. And then these guys ran across, all this smoke is blocking this whole area. So they made it to here, staying 2 inches back. And then my tank moved up just to the edge of the smoke. And that's that. So straight into the British phase. Hey, you got some 4s. Man, you've almost got 5 chain of command dice. That's crazy. So Andre just moved those guys from back over there back around this way, so he's swinging them around now. It's a real game of cat and mouse we got going here. No double phase.
But lots of 4s.
And no 3s.
No 3s.
That's fine. I didn't really need it. I wasn't going to move that guy anyway. I did get a 2 though. Alright, so a bunch of 4s and a 2. So the 2, these guys moved tactically over to here. One of the 4s, Roth himself, finally moved up another 10 inches, so he's getting close. And then over there, I had a long discussion with myself about do I stay or do I go? Because I am in range of that with the Panzerfaust if he pulls up. But I get 1 shot at it at long range, probably second range band. Actually, with a 9-inch range, do you even have range bands? You would think, I would hope not. For a second, the second 4 inches is a range band, right? So, but I just pulled them. They both got both 11s on their pullback, so they're all the way back. They're out of line of sight of everything now. So that's that. Back to the British. All right, here we go. Oh, and Andre did interrupt and move the tank up. I forgot. I don't know if I mentioned that or not.
I don't think you did. That was kind of what prompted the whole...
That's right. He interrupted and moved his because we realized he could be using all these chain of command dice as just free moves with interrupts. So 1 3 3 4. So he rotated his gun, so he lost his Overwatch, and I'm going to interrupt, pull forward. I'm going to fire at those guys. So with the flamer, what's that? 6 hits. You can split them though. You got that team next to him, so that's the only thing with the flamethrower. If there's anyone with it around, it really lessens the effectiveness of it.
So all of these teams.
So whoever's within 4.
Bren team is within 4.
All right, yeah, I guess you can.
2, 2, and 2.
Yeah, that's crap.
2 on the gun.
So you got dead and 2 shock. I'll take that.
And then
Just take a dude off.
the mortar team.
Oh, 2 dead. Nice. So bad thing.
And
Team wiped out. The other.
Bren team.
Oh,
2 dead.
check your leader.
Leader?
Yeah, you got junior leader in
Oh.
there. Oh, it is him. So that's 2 bad things. See what happens to him.
Okay, so junior leader.
He's knocked out. So hold on. All right, he's down to 5 now. So that was definitely worth it.
Okay.
And so now he will continue his turn. All right, so he moved the leader over to the gun, pulled the 2 shock, and then all these guys, he's kind of just moving around. Came out of the building, moved around the edge. Now it is the German phase. Double phase. Of course, with all the interrupts, what good is that going to do?
Well, it's going to end this. You're going to end it here.
Well, no, because you just interrupt. That's the only problem with all these damn 6s is you can't do anything.
Well, I think you're going to take me down. It's just.
Well, you just can shoot. Anything I do, you're just going to shoot my tank with the interrupt. I mean, that's obvious. Even if I shoot, you'll shoot me first. And you're not going to need a whole lot to get me. So I'm not going to do anything. Can't interrupt if I don't do anything, right?
This is true.
So I'll just go to the next phase. Another double phase. Okay, well, I got another chain of command point. And again, I'm not going to do anything. There. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
Now no one's going to do anything. I don't know. That's pretty cheesy, I guess, though, isn't it? Not doing anything just so you don't interrupt. I don't know. Maybe you can interrupt. Probably you can, because if not, then you would just do stuff like that the whole game. Right?
So.
Yeah, I don't know. I bet you can interrupt. I don't know. I mean, this is kind of a rare situation where so many damn 6s where we can't do anything. What do you think? Do you think it's too cheesy to just not do anything so you can't interrupt? That sounds like an Andre move.
It does. I guess that's why I'm thinking I'm okay with it.
Oh, and by the way, he did lose 2 on his force morale during all that stuff here, so he's down to 5. But then we got 2 people just not doing anything because everyone wants to be the one interrupting. And no one wants to be the one doing the first move because they know they're going to get interrupted. So I let them think about it. So Andre's moving the tank up. I was just reading the rules. It says you're interrupting the phase, but then it's to talk about movement. So I don't know. But we were just talking. I did lose a lot. I didn't do anything, so obviously I'm sitting duck over there. So there's, I guess, good and bad. I didn't get interrupted, but I couldn't do anything. So whatever.
A double phase down the tubes.
Yeah. After I've been crying about it the whole night.
I think you should take 2 bad things just for wasting a double phase like that.
6 hits, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, back up the 2 chain. I don't know.
So
Hopefully this will do it.
3 here, 3 here.
So 4 shock on them.
And these boys.
Oh, 6 shock.
6 shock.
So yeah, that's.
It's okay, they're already broken.
Yeah, they don't care. So I did get 4 shock on you. It's funny because Andre was saying if he didn't move He said if he shouldn't have moved there, and I said that's the only reason I didn't do anything, because if he still had the 2 shock, I actually would have taken my chances and fired and see if he might
I
miss.
honestly thought my senior leader was going to get fried sitting out there, but didn't take any casualties.
Nope. Okay, so yeah, so then he moved up there, and then what else you got? Anything else?
So if I fire at you with 2 shock,
4 shock.
2 shock, I can pull 2.
Oh, you got another 4?
Don't I?
Oh, you got an A4, yeah.
So what would that look like?
I need a 5. Well, you need a 5. Then 1 per, so 9, but minus 2, so you need a 7 on 2d6.
7 on 2d6.
Yep.
That's doable.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
It's problematic though.
Alright, so he's moved everyone up. He's got really good rolls. 2 6s, and he's gonna fire half effect. So not moving those guys did hurt me. Because otherwise I would have been out of the orchard long ago. Not out, but I would have been farther back into it. So how many did you get?
4s?
4s.
3, 6, 8 hits.
8. Alright, so we'll do 2 there, 2 there. 2 here, and 2 here, I guess. So we'll start over here.
So you roll 2 dice before you roll 2 dice?
Yeah, and then
And
I
then
roll a
roll
bunch of
2
6s.
more.
So we'll
That's
just do it in
nothing.
order here.
Another nothing. That means we need 2 more kills.
Alright, so I guess I am in the open here, but these guys are firing through cover.
Well,
I guess we should have rolled them separate, huh? Because I think these guys are...
these guys have an open shot. Those guys are shooting through this part of the orchard.
Right, so
There's-
technically those guys should have been... I should get cover from them, but not cover from them. So I guess we should have probably rolled them separately. We'll just say 4 and 4. Half. So,
but then you gotta roll separate here, right?
yeah, but I don't want to roll again. I'm happy with that roll. I tell you what.
So so we'll just see. So it doesn't matter if we're in the open there, right?
Right, yeah, all those...
And it doesn't.
It does here.
It
So
does here.
that would be a shock.
So 4, 5, or 6,
Is what?
there's a shock.
So that's in the open.
Yeah, and then same thing over here, right?
No, that's always a shock.
Okay.
The only other thing that would matter is that 5.
Okay, 4, 5, or 6.
But then who's it on? I guess these guys, right? So,
Yeah, that was these end guys.
So 2 dead,
2 dead.
and then
A shock on the next group up.
a shock. Okay.
Nothing, and then a shock.
This is what happens when these games go so long. I just get tired, get sloppy.
And then 1 more shock up here.
1 more shock over there.
I got it.
So let me check my leader. No. Whew. The way these rolls have been going lately. All right, so go ahead and do your AT gun now.
Oh, hang on. So I've still got. So that was 2 commands, right? So I can toss a grenade at this point.
All right.
So I just need
You just need to roll farther than the distance to the target.
so 6 inches to the target.
Yep.
So I need a 6.
Yep. Okay, that's a 6. So I think it's 2 hits.
2 hits.
So 1 shock. On that front team, I guess you're targeting there. All right, now he's going to fire his AT gun. So
Actually, now I'm gonna drop a mortar HE round in there.
okay.
So that's 2 dice, right?
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. And a dead. And a shock.
So roll for who that was.
Just take them off that front team, the same ones that you were throwing the grenades
Dead
at.
and a shock.
Yep, and check the leader. No. Okay, so now you can do your AT gun.
Okay.
Man, all these interrupts and everything I've lost track.
So
Needing a 7.
needing a 7.
Shit. All right, now your dice are heating up. So what are you at? 6? I'm at 5.
6, yeah. No, actually I'm at 7. You're at 6. Or was I thinking the Sherman? No, I think I'm a 7. You're a 6.
I'm a 6. Let me just double check. All right, 6 versus 7. Come on, 5s. Yeah, some 5s.
I got
I got 2.
2 5s and a 6.
So 1 net hit. So check that. Let me roll a 6. Not a 6. Okay, the dice are just that betrayed me now all of a sudden. So what is it? 1 net hit with a 6. It's probably 2 shock reverse 2d6 immediately. That's not too bad. So we'll reverse 2d6. 5. So I'm just kind of back in the smoke again. And I take a shock. Alright, you done?
I'm not done, but I can understand why Travis keeps blaming my ass.
Alright, another chain of command point. And then a bunch of stuff here. Alright, so... Alright, so I took some shock off and I'm going to try to move them. He's going to interrupt. So 14...
No, it's double. Oh, it's... Okay.
Yeah, 14 shots. Because the full squad plus the SMG. It was just 14 last time for both because you moved. Yeah, so 6.
7, 8, 9,
He's
10.
he's a crewman.
Oh.
So 6 rifles.
Oh, I thought I had a senior leader in there. My bad.
Oh, okay.
So 14, you said?
Yep, needing 4s. So count those up for me, and I'll get my dice.
8 again.
8 again. All right, so these are all in the open now, so we don't have to worry about that anymore. So 2, 2, 2, and all right, we'll start over here. So that's a dead. That's a shock. So a dead here.
And that's this, right?
Actually, that was on this team. So we need another shock. Okay, and then this team here. Dead and a shock. And a shock. So a shock on each. A dead. So we'll check the leader for this. Nope. Check the leader for this. Okay, I got a leader hit. He loses a command initiative. So bad things happen. That might be nothing.
Might.
Yeah, junior leader wounded, nothing.
How do you know it was the junior, not the senior? Oh, because it was this group?
He was the other squad, yeah. The senior's attached to these guys. Alright, so I lost 1 man. So I've actually lost 4 dudes now. Alright, now I can move. Alright, I'm just going to sit and shoot. 19 shots back at that same group needing 4s. Hopefully if I get damn lucky I can hit your leader. 2, 4, 6, 7. And I guess you can split them with everyone over there because... So some of them are in... Actually they all have to go on the guys in the open. So we got 2 teams here, so split them up.
So, where are you?
I guess on the Bren.
Okay, 4 on the Bren.
So a dead and 2 shock. On the Bren team, and then the other guys, just a shock. So check your leader. Come on, baby. No. So there's that.
So it was a shock each, or 2 shock and a 1 shock?
It was 2 shock on one, and then a dead and a shock on the other, I believe.
Okay, that, so the Bren team's got
Alright, so over here I'm going to use a 3 to take a shock off, and then move up and fire? Or can I not do that because I'm using 1 to move, right? Can't do that. Shit. So I won't take a shock off, I'll just move up and fire. What the hell's the difference? It's not like it's going to affect me. 1d6. So just 1 inch. There we go.
You made it out of the smoke in 1 inch?
I was just barely in it.
Okay.
Because I was up here, I went back 6.
Okay.
So, And the smoke was right there, so. 1, 2, 3,
I'll
4,
interrupt.
5. Too bad you already did.
Yeah.
Alright, 12 shots. See if we can do this again. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 hits to split. We don't need to get these guys isolated, but that stupid broken team there is saving your ass. Who would have thought that them stopping there would save your ass?
Okay, so a dead and 4 shock.
Yep.
Is it my leader?
No, sadly.
So 4, so we're up to 6.
And you lost another guy. So you're not pinned, are you? Shh. Still got 3. Shit. Man, there's so many times I get them right to the edge, and then I can't.
And then
what are you rolling for? Oh, the other team.
a
Okay.
dead and
A shock.
is it the leader? No. So they're up to 7
Yep.
and lost another dude.
Yes, sir. And then so that's a 3 and a 4. So I got 2 2s left. So I'm going to fire these guys at your gun here. So the 2, this squad, 1 team is going to fire, so they're going to lose that. And they're going to fire at that gun there. So, what is it? 5s? 3 hits.
And do I split them still?
Yeah, because I can still see, well, I guess I can't see him. I can see that guy, but he's knocked out, so I don't know if he counts. I can't see the mortar team. Roll a d6. On a 4+, you can split them to them. A 6, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Every time you need a 4+, you get it. So how many hits was it?
3.
3. Okay, so yeah, whatever.
So 1 there. Nothing. Or actually, I guess I should have taken the 2 there because that's hard cover.
Yep. Shock on the other ones. Man, that team is really saving your butt over there. Okay, and that's
Broken
a 2.
boys with an iron cross.
I actually have another 2 here.
Actually,
to
that's
work
German.
with. All right.
I can't believe.
So these guys pulled back. They made it into the tree line, so at least they're in cover now. And then the leader went with them. All
I
right.
thought this was going to be over 2 phases ago.
We're still rocking. You get a
Oh,
phase
I
of it.
forgot to pull a.
Oh yeah. Well, you still got 3 left. We're gonna have to make some kind of rule to limit these or these things, man, because it makes it too hard to do anything.
Well, we've never had a problem unless we get into these cat and mouse things where they just accumulate because nobody's able to jump in and.
Yeah, no one wants to make the first move. It's like, okay, if I move in, I'm gonna get shot.
Well, but you got to actually accumulate them.
Well,
Which
yeah, that's what I mean. Make a limit like
the last
3.
few games we've gotten some serious accumulation. So
Yeah, it's.
I got a pair of 4s.
It makes it very difficult to do anything with all those interrupts just waiting because you know that you're gonna get. You know you're gonna get hit.
So actually, you're out. Didn't you use 2 interrupts? You haven't been pulling yours either.
Yeah, I have.
You have, and you still got 2 dice.
I might have 1. I don't know. Okay, I have 1 left. I might have 2, but I think this is going to be over here. Hopefully in the next couple phases. I don't know. I might have had 2 because I used an interrupt last
Because
time.
you interrupted twice.
I had 2 and a 5 and 1 with a 5. And it looks like I have a 5 there, so I probably got my 3rd one.
Okay.
And then I think I do have 2.
Okay.
I don't know.
It shouldn't matter because you're just going to interrupt here, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, what else am I going to do?
Okay, so go ahead and interrupt.
So, okay, so interrupting here again, I guess. So 3, 6, 9, 12. All right. Gotta kill a leader.
Does that mean, so does pulling, so was I able to pull my shock off before you interrupted? Because that was the first action I took was,
Yeah, I guess that's not really,
yeah.
it's not a move or anything, so yeah.
So I pulled the 2 shock and then I would do something and you're going to interrupt that.
Okay. 1, 2, 2 hits. Alright. The dice gods are definitely not wanting me to win this
Okay,
game.
on the gun.
It's a shock.
Two shock.
And you're right back to 6 again. So you're not pinned.
And these guys, 2 more shocks.
They don't care.
They're at 10.
Alright. It's your turn, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So I just interrupted. Alright.
Okay. So over here,
So many interrupts, I don't even remember whose turn it is half the time anymore. Alright, so you got another 4s. More 4s. 2 4s, right?
mofo.
Alright, so you can fire everyone here.
I guess I'll fire these guys first, or actually,
Yeah, we're gonna roll them separate this time. So they're in cover from these guys, but not from these guys.
yeah. But if I drive these guys, which one's your actual team?
This is my
Actual
corporal
team?
Yeah, these guys are the extra squad.
So I'm gonna shoot on those guys.
Okay.
I'm gonna win this.
So first he's gonna shoot at them.
Okay, so 14 again.
Oh man, I know what I may be a turn too late to do that, but damn it, I really screwed the pooch there. Think about something I should have done earlier. So 4s. Need a whiff, Andre.
It's not a total whiff.
Oh yeah, you've been really good on
Only
those. So
4s.
3 each. So we'll start over here. 2 dead. My dice are really betraying me now. Not there. So 2 dead. Check the leader. It is. Good thing I didn't leave my senior leader in there. He's just losing the command issue. Bad thing. 3 junior leader wounded. -1. So I did finally lose a force morale.
Woohoo!
Down to 7. I've been hanging at 8 for a long time.
Yeah.
Okay, so then these guys are going to shoot at them. Got 12 shots from here over to here. Because of the SMG. So I'm assuming you're within 18 still. As long as you're within 18, which I think you are, but double check it.
Ooh.
Some of them are.
Half of them.
Half. So half would need 5s, half would need 4. Or, yeah, 6 shots would need the Bren, and 1 rifle would need 4s, and then the rest would need 5s. So you still got 5s and 6s. You don't got any 4s.
I got 1 4.
Alright. What do you want to do?
On a 4, 5, or 6, it was the front guys. Nope.
Hey, you finally failed one of those.
Yep.
Alright, so how many was it? 6. So 3 on them,
Dead dudes.
and then 3 on the other guys. There's 1.
Not your leader.
Not my leader. So 2 shock, and then dead, and or just a dead. So we'll take. All right, we'll figure it out. Throw in 1 grenade with the last command.
So that's 1 dice or 2?
You got to roll 2
2
d6.
dice.
So it should be good.
That's a hit.
Okay, so that's 2. We'll do 1 on them. 1 on them. So a shock and a dead. Check the leader again. No. So it was a dead here and a shock here. These guys are actually withstanding the fire pretty good, surprisingly. Alright, and he's still going here. So we're going to move over to here. So you're going to shoot at the tank, right?
We'll take a shot at the tank.
Alright, go for it. So 2d6. 8.
That's 6 shot.
Well, you took 2 off, so you should have 4,
But you put
right?
2 back on. You hit me again.
Oh, yeah, so you missed. But it doesn't matter, because when I take my turn, it's basically your turn again to shoot back.
But I got too much shock
Oh,
to
that's true.
make it matter.
Well, you can still get lucky. This were the, I'm seeing now that having all these chain of command dice and using them solely for interrupts all the time is, really bogs the game down. And it makes it pretty confusing, as in, I don't know whose turn it is half the time anymore. So that's the end of your turn, right?
Yep.
Alright, go back to the German phase. Alright, so I'm down to 1 chain of command dice now, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I think you got 2.
No double
It
phase.
doesn't really matter because the game's not going to last that long. I don't think.
Okay, so I got 2 4s and 2 3s. So I moved my lieutenant. He made it all the way over, but he's going to get interrupted yet again. So he's firing back over here.
So regular range, short range for the.
All right, so you got 1, 2, 4.
8.
You said long range was this one, right?
Well, that was so the back 4 guys. I rolled those 4 dice over here, the ones that needed
Okay.
the.
I'll just use your dice. I could have swore you said the front was the long range.
I probably set it back. Where the
Well,
I had the right number of dice in the right
okay,
piles.
so 4 here on these guys. That's a dead and 2 shock. And then these guys, a shock. So check the leader.
Yes.
He loses, no, he's knocked out. So technically he's not dead or anything, so bad thing. I think that's a -1, so. Dropped to 6.
Woohoo!
Oh god, all these interrupts are, I gotta say, they're highly annoying. Okay, so is it my turn? Oh, that's right, I moved these, so now so that was a 4. So I got 3s and 4s left, so.
Come on, Travis, end it.
Yeah, I'm gonna move up a D6 with the tank. Okay, 2 inches. And then
Actually, 1 inch. You had a shock.
I think what the hell, I'll just shoot at them again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Alright. Should get more than 2 this time, hopefully. That hurt me bad.
That gave me an extra round of shooting.
That really hurt me. Well, I got 3 this time, so that's a little bit better. Man, my dice have just gone to hell.
Okay, so 1 on these, 2 on those,
Okay. Nothing.
and 2 dead.
Well, 1's your leader.
Well, but I mean, I've only got 2 guys left, so.
Alright, so let's roll some bad things up. Actually, that screwed me. That was the worst thing that could have happened to me. I was going to end the turn, he was going to rout, and then he's probably what the hell, man? That is unbelievable. This game has just gotten away from me big time, man. I was doing good, but then everything started going against me. So bad thing happened, team,
1.
that's probably nothing for a team wiped out. Yeah, so leader, junior leader.
Junior leader. Junior
Killed.
leader killed?
Well, I don't know, routes? I don't know.
No, he was killed.
So junior leader killed -1. So
Down
now you're down 4. Man, see that was, God, that was literally the worst possible thing that could have happened to me. Because he would have routed the team. I think it was a rout. Actually, no. That team. Actually, that.
No, because they're already.
But the junior leader routes. If I ended the turn, it would have been -2 at the minimum.
Yeah.
Oh God, how bad? That is unbelievable. I cannot believe that. That is.
Okay,
Wow.
do I lose a command dice?
Yeah, so you're down to 4 now. So that was a 4, a 3 with the tank. I still got a 4 and a 3 left, so I guess I better do something with those guys over there. Alright, so I tried to move those guys back. I took 2 shock off of the senior leader, and then they moved back 1 inch. I rolled 2 and a 1. I'm having problems. But these guys here, I'm sorry, those guys are going to shoot at those guys in the open. So see if we can put some punishment on them here. Give me some 4s. Dice gods.
Looked like it hurt.
It's not too bad. Probably average. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9.
9.
Yep. So split them up.
Okay. How do you want them?
Oh, Bren team, I guess. First, the most. 2 shock.
Wow.
Man. This is crazy how this dice are pulling at the end here. And then the other guys, dead and 3 shock.
3 shock.
Yeah, check your leader. Come on, leader. No. So how many shock do you have now?
4 and 4.
Oh, wow. So they got a lot of shock.
Yes.
less than me. And I think that's it. So I had, let me figure this out. All right, that's it. 2 3s and 2 4s, and I don't have to use my last one to end the turn anymore. Sadly.
Double phase.
And a 4. And I can still interrupt one time. Because it's been interrupt every phase for like the past 7 phases.
Okay, take off 2 shock.
All right then.
You interrupting?
Yes, sir.
All right.
So 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
They're
Now you,
all on them.
yeah, you can't spread them anymore. All right, this should hurt. This should hurt. Well, I guess it's not too bad. Luckily, I'm hitting on 4s, thank God. 5 hits. So a dead and 2 shock. Let's check your leader. No. So how many shock do you have now?
6.
So you're back to 6. But you're pinned now. Wait, does the leader count as a dude? No, you're not pinned still. You still got 3 in. Man, I cannot get those guys pinned. I get them right to the brink and then they don't. That senior leader there, moving him was a good idea. And you were saying you didn't want to do it at one point.
I keep thinking I want to pull him out of there before he gets hurt. But
So I'm done. I'm finally out of 6s. And you still got 2 left. That's ridiculous. We need to do something about this. We can't play another game like this. Let's just say that.
So I've got a 4. So
And I'm out of 6s.
I got a double phase.
Yeah. And I was hoping to break those guys or pin them or something, but man, just can't get the dice I need at the right time. So you got a 4, so you can do something over here. Well, you can wipe them out. All right, so he pulled the 2 shock off. We forgot, and then this another interrupt. So he had to finish off. He already started the 4 there, so he's got to finish it. So he goes on the next phase here. So some 3s, another chain of command dice, or point. And then 2 3s and a 2. It's like the never-ending battery. Every time it gets down to 6 minutes, it gives me 4 more after. All right, so he's just firing at these guys.
Oh, wow.
All hits.
No, all 3s.
A whiff.
4 hits.
Nice. I could use one of those from time to time from you. So here's these guys. So a dead. Actually, no, they're in soft cover from them.
Yeah.
A shock. And a 2 shock. Man, these guys are surprisingly in good shape. For as much fire as they've taken,
Yeah.
they've only got 5 shock, and then they're pretty much a full squad still, which is crazy. So he moved the Sherman up as well. So you got 2 left, so you could still shoot them with the 2.
Alrighty, so that's 12 shots.
Yep.
Yeah,
Shooting
it's
back up.
actually less than that.
Oh, we got a shitload of shock. That's right.
So I got.
Actually,
minus-
we weren't counting that last time. either.
minus 2 more.
So minus 4.
4.
Yeah,
so
8.
8. 3.
What are you shooting at? These guys?
Yeah.
So 3 hits. All right. So them. So these guys. These guys here. 2 shock. So now I'm
dead
getting.
shock.
Oh, dead. All right. All right. Leader. Whew, I saw it swiveling, man. So. Oh, my medic. I forgot he could be healing these guys, couldn't he? Get your shit together. Medic.
Like,
Come
heat
on,
of
man.
battle. What's my job?
Yeah, you ran all the way over there and didn't do anything. All right. So let's take a dead guy out of that team there. So that's it for Andre. So here we go. Come on. Whoa, double phase and 2 5s. All right, I'm back to 3 now, and then a 2. All right. Well, obviously he's going to interrupt again, so he's going to fire these guys.
Not the.
These guys. Okay,
yeah,
so I'll get soft cover.
Actually, 12 versus 8. I'll take the 12 shots. Wow.
Better off taking the 8 in the open, I think.
Probably. 5 hits.
And how many do you have left? You
How
still
many
have a
what?
chain of command dice?
I'm down to my last one.
Unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it. So dead and a shock. and 2 shock. So I think I'm definitely pinned now. So 1, 2, 1. Check the leader. No. So just another dead guy. So there's 3 dead guys out of there. I can't believe those guys only lost 3 men. They've been getting shot to hell. Alright, so it's my turn again, right? Or still, I guess. And he still has 1 left. So I know I wound up with just a 2. So, let me think what I want to do. Alright, so with the 2, well, this was, I had that line of sight to the gun. So if I can get, that's right, you took that 1 off. That might save your ass. It's always good to take
Ouch.
1 shot.
Nice, nice shot.
Yeah, so
You're picking it up now.
let's just hope it's not too late.
How many?
2, 6. Hardcover though. Oh. This could hurt. 2 dead and a shock.
A shock.
So they're definitely pinned now, so check your leader.
Isn't it more than double?
Yeah, you lost a man though. You lost 2 guys.
Oh, I lost 2 guys.
Well, check your leader first. No, shit, I needed that. All right, so 2 men were killed. So you're down to 1 dude with 6
And the
shots.
leader.
Man, see now if I had that chain of command dice.
So now I'm broken.
Yeah, I guess you are, aren't you? So they run off the gun. 2d6 plus 6 that way.
That way or this way? Away from the fire, isn't it?
Yeah. Alright, so they broke and ran way over there, and I could end the turn, I could end the game, but I think I'm out of chain of command dice. I honestly don't know. But I do have. So unless I get 3 5s here, if I can get 3 5s here, I could end it.
Do it.
Come on, baby.
Put this game out of its misery.
Oh, another double phase and 2 5s.
That's probably good enough.
And a 2. I'm actually going to do the same thing again and not do anything.
Okay.
That way you can't blast me. Even though that cost me over here because so now look at the predicament I'm in. No 5.
No 5.
God damn it. Alright, so I did move up my tank, but he's interrupting and moving his tank. 5 inches. So he fired
2d6?
2d6, you can fire, I think, half a machine gun.
Okay, so that's 2 dice.
I think 3, because you get 6, so you need 4s. So 2 hits. So these guys, nothing. Whew. I needed that. Alright, I'm going to fire at just a mortar team. See if I can kill them off, or break them or something. And they can't split
That'd
them.
be really embarrassing.
I'm already embarrassed. That's a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 hits. All on them. So they'll probably...
They just vaporize.
They're dead. Alright, so with the 4, I took shock off of this guy. He's going to be Rambo. Ordered him to move up, and now I'm going to have him fire the Panzerfaust. It's a hit.
Woohoo!
Alright, so let's figure what's what. 11 versus 6. How many did you get?
4.
1, 2... I only got 3. God damn it. Alright, Andre. You're starting to tick me off.
I was gonna bounce it.
It's unbelievable. I'm surprised that with the dice gods against me that I've been able to even stand this long. But you are down to...
I was gonna say I'm at 2 dice now.
What are you at?
At 2
Command dice reduced by 2 from the starting...
total. Oh, so I got 3 still.
3. But you do lose a jump off point, but who cares? That's why I like the new rules from that France book. Right now, if we were playing those rules, you would lose a unit. Would run off the board. Which would be a lot better than losing a worthless jump off point.
Yeah.
So 1, 3, 4. I can't believe I hit you and then I couldn't penetrate the stupid Sherman. But like you said, you got it.
Okay.
You got it going on now.
So, machine gun and main gun.
Okay, so HE shell and machine gun. HE is 6. 6.
Oh, 6 and 6.
Yeah, so machine gun is 6 and HE is 6. But HE ignores cover, so.
Okay. Well, let's do the HE first.
Alright. So just needing 4s, so
5.
5. Okay, Andre. What the hell is with you now? Man, your dice just...
We took out the walls.
I can't believe it.
The walls come tumbling down.
All right, so 5. So I guess you get to pick. This team's only got one guy left.
Okay, put the lighter bunch on him.
So 3. He's dead.
Well, the lighter bunch. That'd be the 2.
The what? Oh.
The 2 would go on him.
Okay, so he's dead, and then I lost 2 more. Man, the dice have just totally screwed me big time. Man.
Not your leader.
Not my leader. But I did lose 3. Wow. That's everyone. Oh, no, except I'm down to 1 machine gunner.
Are you?
And a wounded leader. So that's
So
that.
you're not pinned.
No, I haven't really. I've taken mostly all kills. So.
Okay, so 6 machine gun shots.
Okay. That's a whiff. I think. I got 1. Okay, nothing. Oh, a shock. Actually, I think these guys are pinned now for sure. All right, you're out of chain of command dice now, right?
Yep.
Thank God. God, every time.
Well, this is my turn, though.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, this is my turn. That was the 3 on my turn, so I got a 1 and a 4 left.
Okay.
So with the
We'll let them decide. All right, so 15 shots. Everyone into the squad. Leading forward. I think. I did move back a little bit. We should check that.
actually, I'm
All right, 2 Bren shots at normal range. 1 hit, then the rest.
on the rest. Needing 5s and 6s.
5, sir.
Ooh, that saved you 4 hits.
Well, that's good.
Okay, 4 total.
Okay, so on these guys, another 6. Another 6. Well, I only have 1 guy left, so see if it's the leader, I guess. It is. See which one it is. It's the senior leader. He takes a wound. So bad thing happens. Senior leader wounded on a 1. What is that?
Dead, isn't it?
No.
Oh.
My team is dead, but I lost an entire squad.
Senior leader wounded -1.
-1. So I'm down to 5.
The team wiped out.
Team wiped out. Actually, 2 teams wiped out.
2 teams wiped out.
Well, the section. Hold on. We wiped the whole section out, right?
Okay, section.
So let me roll that. Section wiped out. 1.
-1.
-1. So I'm down to 4. And now it's my turn, right?
Okay. Actually, I still got a 1.
Oh, the Piat from nowhere is coming in for my tank. Oh, God. He had to roll a 4+, and of course he did, so.
So does
just roll a
distance
2d6.
matter on this, or?
I think you're close enough. So just 2d6 to hit. I can't interrupt anymore, obviously. So that's a hit. So you're hitting on the side. So let's figure out what the PI is. So I'm a 6. He's a 7. But you are hitting the side.
Yep.
So you're hitting on, instead of 5s and 6s, I believe it's 4s, 5s, and 6s for you.
Oh, nice.
Because that's what the side armor shot does. So here we go. I got 3.
I got 2.
So bounced it.
Nice.
Screw you, Piat.
What do you really think, Travis?
Oh, God. I think you're lucky to even be in this game.
Oh,
Literally. Okay. So I got my chain of command dice.
half an hour ago, I was thinking all I need to do is just inflict a little bit of casualties and just
yeah.
make it painful.
We've killed a squad. You've killed an entire squad.
End the turn.
Well, I will, but I want to do some... I guess really, what's the point? You get a fresh platoon, so is there any point in me even shooting anything? If I end the turn... let's check. I'm just going to end the turn. There's no point in shooting at him because... an awkward left-handed handshake. Yeah, if he was keeping a platoon, I might, but there's no point. He's just bringing a fresh
I
platoon.
can't believe I got this many bodies still on the board.
We'll come back and wrap it up. All right, so that's that. It's been an annoying game. Let's just say that. The interrupt thing got really out of hand.
Again.
You had, well, I can't even remember.
I had 4.
It got to the point where we couldn't remember whose turn it was. There were so many interrupts. So I think we need to do something about that. like if you get to 3, I don't know. I hate to do that, but it turns into it. I'm just going to collect them until I can interrupt every time. I mean, this is the first time that's actually happened. Like that.
It did happen that we had a pile of them that one game where we were stalemated, and we both wound up with a bunch, and we were interrupting back and forth, but it wasn't. We weren't on top of each other at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, the one where you took all my jump off points.
Oh, we were doing a lot of. Yeah, that was the last game. Yeah.
Yeah, we had a lot of.
That's right, because we weren't doing anything but collecting dice, and I was moving, but you weren't doing anything. But yeah, the interrupt thing it's in this game at least it was out of control. We should use. Maybe we should think about using them for something else. I mean, they do other things. But I mean, what are they going to do in the turn, which I wanted to do, but I used. Let's just go back to the end of the game. Like the dice god suddenly throw a lightning bolt down here and hit me, and they favored Andre, and literally everything went Andre's way for like the last half an hour or hour.
Well,
it was
until
crazy.
The very, very end, yeah. But I should have been wiped off the board after your second shot with the
should have been
flamer.
But yeah, the craziest thing of this game was the 2 guys here that were broken from the very beginning. I was going to end the turn. They had a leader with them, leader routes. I mean, -2 was the minimum I was going to get, and they both died. And then everything, it was just wild. It was insane.
Well, and that broken crew took how much shot?
Oh, they
saved the gun for at least 2 turns, if not. Yeah, at least 2 turns.
At least.
Which was, the 2 turns of heavy casualties you were taking over there.
Oh, yeah, and that's another thing we were talking about. I was asking you if it was cheesy to just do nothing so you couldn't interrupt.
Yeah.
Well, this is what happened when I did nothing.
Yeah.
I could have been moving these guys back and taking the 1 shot on the tank. And I could have saved all these guys. So I guess if that's what you choose to do, nothing, then you suffer the consequences. So, but I knew if I did nothing, you couldn't interrupt. But I mean, how long can that go on? You had 5 dice sitting there. I can't not do anything forever. So, I don't know. It's kind of annoying, the interrupt thing. So maybe we'll just make like a gentleman's agreement that if you start getting a lot of dice, maybe do something with it. But again, what are you going to do? You can't do something for no reason.
Well, and it's, we're also getting...
avoid taking a force morale test. We never do that.
I was actually thinking about it here, but...
You could have done that for your senior leader. Now the game would not have ended. Of course, you didn't have a dice, but yeah, I think we getting stuck in our head. The interrupt thing. It's getting stuck in our head, and it's just so good.
Oh,
it's
too.
But it bogged this game down big time. We've been playing since 5 o'clock. It's what time is it? 11:17. That's how long we've been playing this game. Because of the interrupts, because no one wanted to stick their head out there and do anything.
It was
for
also
hours.
Strategically. It was I moved out, and I forget what my mistake was that I got shot. Or you pulled a double phase, or how did I wind up getting shot out in the open? Right at the beginning.
I think I ended a turn.
Oh.
I think. Yeah, because you had guys here, and that was the team that wound up over here that saved the gun for so long.
And after I lost them, I was hesitant to try and root you out of all that heavy cover over there.
Oh, yeah.
And you were not real eager to come back over here, and you made the probe around that side. I was just kind of shifting back and forth, and nobody could quite get enough of an upper hand opening at the right moment to make a move on the other guy, and we just piled up all.
Well, and another thing that happened to me, that goes without saying, but another problem, I had 2 shots with this thing. That's 24 dice, and I got 5 hits out of 24 dice. If I would have got average hits, this could have, that really prolonged the game as well, because I could have taken them out. they could have died earlier. I mean, getting
Well,
5 hits on 24 dice with a flamer is not.
In
gonna
my
help
defense,
anybody.
it was my stupidity that allowed the game to end in the first place by actually rotating that guy, thinking that I needed to cover because I couldn't let them flank me, but forgetting that
Well, yeah.
that was the only thing keeping you from coming in and flaming me to begin with was the
Right. That's true, man.
Overwatch.
And I saw that. I didn't miss that opportunity.
No.
But then I realized that I had gotten behind in the interrupt game at that point. Because it's like, okay, I'm out here now, but I can't now shoot or move because then I'll get shot. I guess I could have waited until your turn and then interrupted and moved back. I don't know. It's the interrupt thing is, yeah, I think we played that out in this game. But anyway, enough about that. So campaign-wise, so I did lose quite a few guys, but due to the force morale difference, I've really only lost 4 men, and that's actually only 2 killed, 1 lost, wounded, and 1's going to return next game. So 1 returns immediately, 1 returns next game, 2 killed. My CO's opinion's at 0 now. I think it went up 1, and my men's opinion for Walter Roth's platoon is at -1 because of the casualties. We did lose some guys. The British, their men's opinion dropped big time down to -3, which I think does something. -3 for the men's opinion. You're -1 on your force morale roll next time, Andre.
Alrighty.
And then your CO's opinion dropped down to -0. So
Yeah, I rolled some nice 6s on those.
yeah, so your 6 streak continued even afterwards, which didn't help you. But anyway, yeah, it was a crazy game, long game, but it's done now, and finally the Germans are back on the winning side. I didn't think it was going to happen, to tell you the truth. The way that it started, the snowball effect at the end was everything that could go wrong did go wrong for me. Everything that you needed happened, and it's like even the Piat came in and missed. Or no, even the Piat. It's like, okay, it's kind of all right, we're done. Is it my turn? Wait, I got a 1. Oh wait, I got a Piat. Oh, you need a 4. Oh, I made him in. Oh shit.
I actually have another Piat.
You got 2 Piats?
Yeah. I think I did. Maybe I didn't.Maybe I just had the 1 Piat. Oh, yeah, no, I did just have 1 Piat.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was crazy, and I feel fortunate to win. I mean,
I honestly feel fortunate to have inflicted that many casualties on you at the end.
well, luckily our force morale difference was 4, so I gained 4 dudes back.
I could
because
have
of that.
easily seen this being me just getting rolled up at the end.
I thought I was.
A lot of pain on your side.
I thought I was going to roll you up as soon as I got around the outside, and your tank moved this way. I'm like, this flamer is just going to just rip up, and then I rolled crappy 2 times in a row of hits, and that really prolonged the game. So, but anyway, that was a wild game. The Germans are back on the offensive again. Next time we'll be going comp group fray. We'll be attacking, and yeah, so we'll see you guys next week for the next battle report.